Well, it's July, which means it's now time for me to drive the Fiesta ST for the month. Bryan had it last month, we got it kind of late, so he had a couple weeks, and now it's my turn. So my first impression is we picked a car up in Nashville and got to go right to the racetrack, and the car was phenomenal. But now I've actually got to drive it for a few days, every day, back and forth to work, and just driving it around town, and I gotta say, this car is fantastic. It is just, it's absolutely amazing. All the reviews, everybody says that this car is amazing. But until you actually sit down and drive it, you don't know what it's like. So before I got to drive it every day, I got to take it to the track, and the amount of power, the brakes, everything felt really, really good. Tons of power and torque. And then I got to drive it to work, and it was amazing. It's quiet, it's comfortable. When you need the power, it's got lots of low-end torque, just ready to go. And then you get on it, and it just says, all right, it's time to go. And go does it. And you throw it into a corner, and it just grips. It's amazing to drive. And yet, all at the same time, it's quiet, it's comfortable to drive, the seats are wonderful, the sync works great with Bluetooth, USB input, SD input, satellite radio. It's got everything that you need. And the speakers actually sound really good for being a factory system. I don't think it really needs a whole lot. For my taste, maybe like an 8-inch subwoofer in the back might just help polish off this system. But it's really, really good. The car handles like it's on rails. I mean, you just throw it into a corner and it just goes. You jump on an on-ramp and you can't help but smile. I mean, it just says, all right, it's time to go. And it goes. And it really goes. I took on-ramps and I'm just like, all of this out of this little 1.6 liter engine, but it does produce 197 horsepower with 214 foot-pounds of torque. And that torque is incredible. It just, every time you get on it, it's just like, wow, let's go. It doesn't even matter. I mean, that was, just over 2,000 RPMs, and it's got lots of torque down low, which is just fantastic. The car is a riot. I do believe that this is one of the best Ford cars ever built. But there's one problem. When you get to your destination, you're almost a little sad because your ride is over. However, that may be a disadvantage, but it makes the next trip that much more enjoyable. The car is so much fun to drive. I highly, highly recommend taking one of these things out to drive for a test drive, because it is truly amazing. Even my coworkers who I've given some rides to say that this little car is amazing. And best of all, it's got a back seat and a trunk. You can put your buddies in the back. They got lots of room. It is just, it's incredible. And that power never gets old. Even around town, it just, you can get on just a little bit, even if it's a 35-mile-an-hour road, pull in second gear a little bit, and it is just, it's a riot. So my first impressions is, this car is phenomenal. It is awesome in every respect. It's a package deal. Every part of the car works together. The brakes feel great, the power, the shifting, the seats, the stereo, the whole thing is phenomenal. And when you get it out on the track, it just says, yes, I'm at home here too. Let's go have some fun. and fun you do have with this car. Thank you. Make sure you subscribe to all of our channels. Check out fiestamovement.com, where you can follow us and all the other agents and what we do. So, until next time, have safe driving.